Okay, so we're just going to use this little thing as a review for rules. So I might have questions that come directly off of this test. Number 1, flammable materials like alcohol should never be dispensed or used near A, an open door, B, an open flame, C, another student, or D, a sink. What do you think?
An open flame.
Right, because that would be flammable, means don't put it next to a flame. Number 2, if a laboratory fire erupts, immediately A, notify your instructor, B, run for the fire extinguisher, C, throw water on the fire, or D, open the windows. A, if in doubt, if you see that as an answer choice, notify your instructor, that's the answer you choose.
You stabbed your teacher. Notify your teacher.
Number 3,
Stabbed you.
approved eye protection devices such as goggles are worn in the lab to A, avoid eye strain, B, improve your vision, C, only if you don't have corrective glasses, or D, anytime chemicals, heat, or glassware are used. D. And I do have goggles available if you want to use them when we dissect. Sometimes your dissection partners can be messy, and they might splatter something on you. So that's an option. Okay, 4, if you wear contact lenses in the lab, A, take them out, B, you don't have to wear goggles, C, let your science teacher know that you wear contact lenses, or D, keep that information to yourself.
C.
Answer is C. I don't know what I'd do with that information, but
Would you have taken out something that's in your eye?
probably.
So you probably wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
but have goggles
True.
on.
5, if you do not understand a direction or part of a lab procedure, which might happen a lot with our dissection, A, figure it out. B, try several methods until something works, so trial and error. C, ask your instructor before proceeding, or D, skip it, go to the next part.
Skip it. Whoa, I
6,
can't believe I got that wrong.
after completing an experiment, all chemical waste should be A, left at your lab station for the next class, B, disposed of according to your instructor's directions, C, dumped in the sink, or D, taken home.
Take it home.
B.
Wait, no, you should dump it in the sink. No, B. Oh my God.
7, if this lab experiment is not completed, you should A, discuss the issue with your instructor, B, sneak in after school and work alone, C, come in during lunch and finish while you eat lunch, or
Yeah.
D, make up some results.
But B, C, and D also pretty good.
8, you are heating a substance in a test tube. Always point the opened end of the tube toward yourself, toward your lab partner, toward another classmate, or away from all people.
Wait, there's an answer choice.
10, you have been injured in the lab. First, you should visit the school nurse after class. B, see a doctor after school. C, tell the science instructor at once, or D, apply first aid yourself.
E, put them out of their misery.
11, when gathering glassware and equipment for an experiment, you should A, read all directions carefully to know what equipment is necessary. B, examine all the glassware to check for chips or cracks. C, clean any glassware that appears dirty, or D, all of the above.
D. Oh.
12, you want to place a piece of glass tubing into a rubber stopper after the tubing has been polished and cooled, fire polished and cooled. This is best done by A, lubricating the tubing with water or glycerin, B, using a towel or cotton gloves for protection, C, twisting the tubing and stopper carefully, or D, all of the above. I think anytime they have all of the above, the answer is all of the above. 13, personal eyeglasses such as provide as much protection as a face shield, safety glasses, splash-proof chemical goggles, or none of the above.
Titanium.
None of the above.
Right. Just because you have glasses doesn't mean your eyes are protected. 14, long hair must be cut short, held away from the experiment with one hand. always neatly groomed, or D, tied back or kept entirely out of the hair with a band, hairpins, or other confining device. 15. In the laboratory, the following should not be worn: loose clothing, dangling jewelry, sandals, or all of the above.
B.
Now, this brings me to an interesting point. I know it's sandal season. Always have a spare set of shoes, like in your locker, or if you have a gym locker, or know somebody who wears your shoes, because there's been a lot of times in the past people don't have the right shoe wear, and I won't let you dissect if you don't have closed-toed shoes. Which brings me to number 16. The following footwear is the best: sandals, open-toed shoes, closed-toed shoes, or shoes appropriate for the weather.
C.
Yes. Horseplay or practical jokes in the lab are always against the rules. Okay. Not dangerous. Okay if you're working alone.
Not dangerous.
Now, this also becomes an issue. I've had several people I've had to warn and then sit out. And if you sit out, you have the alternate assignment to do, or you come in and make up the dissection on your own time.
Like 5,
I won't-
The apple's like ding, ding, ding.
Number 18. Well, one thing that happens a lot is people don't stay with their group. They wander. They'll be required to stay with your group. If a piece of equipment is not working properly, stop, turn it off, and tell the custodian, tell your lab partner, tell your best friend, tell the science instructor.
D.
If an acid is splashed on your skin, wash it at once with soap, oil, a weak base, or plenty of water.
What?
Actually, the answer is plenty of water.
Have you ever used a shower before?
Not the shower. Eye wash station. 20. When you finish working with chemicals, biological specimens, and other lab substances, always wash your hand with skin lotion. Wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water. Wipe your hands on a towel. Wipe your hands on your clothes.
Wipe your hands on your friend's clothes.
Just to review, fire blanket, and we won't have this on our test like some of you might remember from junior high. Fire blanket's over there.
Wait, is the blanket on fire?
I have one fire extinguisher. It's right next to the shower. There's the shower. Behind the curtain is an eye wash station. That blue box is a fume hood. There's the exit. Closest fire alarm station, I think, is in the hallway. And then I've got trash cans around the room.
Can I make an exit?
Okay, let's see if we've got time for these. True or false? Hot glass looks the same as cold glass. True. True or false? All chemicals are to be considered dangerous.
True.
Return all unused chemicals to their original containers.
False.
Right. You let your instructor deal with unused stuff. Want to contaminate. Work areas should be kept clean and tidy. Pipettes are used to measure and dispense small amounts of liquids. You should draw the liquid into the pipette using your mouth.
Yes! That sounds like the best.
Laboratory work can be started immediately upon entering the lab, even if the instructor is not yet present.
False.
Right, you gotta make sure I'm in the room. Never remove chemicals or other equipment from the lab. You gotta be careful with the nevers, with those true and false. They get people all the time. Chipped or cracked glassware is okay to use.
Yes.
False.
Read all procedures thoroughly.
Yep.
All unauthorized experiments are prohibited.
True.
That's worded tricky, but it's true. You are allowed to enter the chemical prep storage area anytime you want.
Yes.
Lab aprons should be worn at all times. I think the answer is true. I do have aprons if you're concerned about getting your clothes dirty or smelly. It's okay to pick up broken glass with your bare hands as long as you place it in the trash.
No.
And never leave a lip burner unattended.
True.
Yeah, it should have.